everybody, welcome to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com and here on my YouTube channel. And this time out, we're going to take a look at another plugin by the company Audified. This time out, we're going to take a look at the ToneSpot Acoustic Express, which you see right on the screen here before you. Last week, we took a look at the ToneSpot Acoustic Pro. Go check out that video. The link will be in the description box. This week, we're going to take a look at their Express version of this same plugin. So we'll listen to it on a couple of acoustic guitars. I'll walk you through the layout of the plugin. It's pretty simple to use and sounds great. And then we'll end this video. But before we get to that, if you like what you see in this video, please hit that subscribe button below. Also hit the notification bell so you know when I'm posting new content. Also go out to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com and get your 5 free mixing training courses worth about $110. 5 free courses just to say thank you from me to you for visiting HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com. And last but not least, if you really want to learn the craft of mixing, perfect for beginners and intermediates, where we can really learn the craft of mixing in a very non-technical way so you can make professional sounding mixes in your home studio, go out to mixingmadeeasy.net. Now let's head on into Studio One. Here is the Audified ToneSpot Acoustic Express. So, as I said a few minutes ago, this is the baby brother to the ToneSpot Acoustic Pro, which is right here, which we looked at last week, which has a lot of knobs, a lot of individual customization that you can do, as well as some great presets. This we looked at last week. Check the link in the description box below. Right now, we have turned this off. This week, we're going to look at the ToneSpot Acoustic Express. So now, what is the difference? Well, the difference is really quite simple. All the buttons and all the knobs that you see on the Acoustic Pro version, where you can get in there and really tweak and shape each individual parameter of the plugin, the Express aims to just have something that's down and dirty, really simple to use with some really great useful presets, where all that individual control that you have on the bigger brother is all kind of done under the hood. So you don't need to worry about all that stuff. You just pick a preset and just roll with it, and they sound great, and it's a real easy, quick way to get a great sounding acoustic guitar without having to have a whole lot of thought process behind all the individual parameters of the bigger brother. But if you want all that customization and you want all of that control where you want to manually go in and tweak it to your personal liking and get very specific, then you want to check out the Pro version, which is right here, okay? But like I said, this video is about the Express version. So let's walk through the plugin quickly and let me show you how it's laid out. Over here in the top left-hand corner, something I say every time I do one of Audified's plugin reviews, I wish every plugin company did this, is they give you the ability to make larger or smaller the GUI. So if you have a large screen, or if you're sitting further away from your monitor, or if you're just getting old like me and you can't see the plugin all that well, you can get everything from 50%, 75%, right, all the way up to 200%. Which is fantastic. We're going to leave it at 200%. So I wish every plugin company did that. Next to that in the center here, we have our presets. And again, they have really great, useful presets. And we're going to experiment with some of these today, where you don't have to worry about what goes on inside of the preset. You just pick the preset that most closely fits what you're kind of going for sound-wise, and it kind of gets you in the ballpark. They have the Essential, the Advanced, and the Extreme. And we'll take a look at a few of these in a second. Next to that, we have a little notification bell where if you want to get the manual, you can. You don't really need the manual for this. Next to that, we have our little wrench here. Our wrench will allow you to download the user manual, check for updates for the plugin. You can go to the Audified website, request support, send us your feedback, blah, 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 okay? Underneath here, back on the left, we have our left, right stereo channel here. We have our input here, okay? Underneath the input, we have our automatic gain control, where it'll bypass the actual knob, and it's all done automatically based on the program material coming into the plugin. In the center here, we have our VU meter here. We can look at it, it's in, gain reduction out. So all the way to the left would be, you'd be monitoring or be looking at the input. In the center will be the gain reduction, and then the output all the way to the far right. Underneath that, we have our effects, tremolo, modulation, and delay. You can turn that on and off. Oh, that's all going to be based on the preset, by the way. So when we pick the preset, some of these things are going to be turned on and off, and then you can sync them, which you can have some tremolo, you can have some chorusing, flanger, phaser, and or some delay. To the right of that, we have our output knob here, and we have automatic gain control underneath, just like on the input. And then we have our power button. Really, really simple. Okay, so let me show you what we got here. We have a basic session here with some drums down here in brown, a bass DI in blue, and then we have 2 acoustic guitars here in this green color. I've gone ahead and bypassed all the plugins with the exception of the ToneSpot Acoustic Express, and we're going to listen to it on these acoustic guitars. So let's start off with just one acoustic guitar. I'm going to mute one of them here, so we're only listening to one. Whoops. This one. I'll put the panning in the center so we can just concentrate on one for now. Here's kind of the, here's what we kind of have musically going on here. Okay, there, oops. There's our acoustic guitar, sorry about that. Okay, so let's just solo up the acoustic guitar. Let's bring up our ToneSpot Acoustic Express here. Come on, there we go. And we're going to blow up the size a little bit. As we said, we're at 100%. Let's go to 200%. So we can look at this loud and proud here. And let's just pick a preset. Okay, let's just start with that. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go to our essentials. Now we listen to that acoustic guitar. It's sounding a little on the thin side. Maybe we want to increase some of the body on that a little bit. Maybe we're going to do like a body boost just as the first preset. Let's see what we have when we do that. That's before. After, so it's adding a little low end there. Where, what frequency, doesn't matter. It's all being done under the hood. Now, I'm set up here to be monitoring on the VU meter, the gain reduction, because the little toggle's in the center. Now, the way to achieve more compression on this plugin is you have to push more input signal into the plugin, and then we'll start to see some of the gain reduction, and therefore, we could back off some of the output to compensate. So let me demonstrate. Before. Okay, so after. So as I'm pushing like 14 dB more signal into this plugin, I'm reducing the output by almost the same amount. So we have a level match before and after, volume-wise is about the same. And we're achieving some compression. Okay, that's how the compressor section kind of works on the Express version. When you're on the Pro version, you have individual controls over the compressor itself. But this way, you just push more input, and the more input signal you press into the plugin, the more compression you're going to kind of achieve. Okay, so that's the body boost. Now let's just pick maybe another plugin here. Let's go back to, let's do something like, we wanted to hear something like an enhancer. See what that kind of does. Now, if you're cranking up the input so much that you're not getting the compression that you want to achieve, the thing you can do is come over here. This guitar is recorded very conservatively. We can go ahead and we can just do some clip gain on this quickly, just to do this. So we can go ahead and we can just increase the gain here going into the plugin on both of these guitars. These guitars were not recorded very hot, which is always a good thing, right? Be conservative, I always say. Better to add than have too much. Now we'll take some of this input away. There we go. Okay, so that's the enhancer part. It gives a little bit more sparkle. And again, you could go through these and you can just play around them. Let's just pick a modulation one just so you could hear what that kind of sounds like. Maybe we want something like a little bit of, who knows, a little bit of phaser, let's just say. Pretty cool. A little bit of delay, a little bit of analog delay. Wow, modern ballad. A lot of compression there. Okay, so you get the idea. A lot of very useful presets in here, and that's what's really great about this, is it has some really nice usable and musical presets. You don't have to do a whole lot of thinking. So you just cycle through your stuff until you find something that sounds good, dial up the input to get the compression that you're looking for if you want some compression, and let it be. Now we're doing this in solo, obviously. So if we were listening to this with all the drums, the bass, all the electric guitars, the pianos, and everything in context. Now we just listened to it on one plugin, right? So for now, I'm going to still mute the second acoustic guitar. So let's just see what we have in context of the mix, and then maybe dial something up that's a little bit brighter, not so much low end, that's going to help it cut through the mix. Before. Okay, so by doing this body cut, it takes a lot of the low end out. It gives the appearance of more mid and upper frequencies to help it cut through the mix a little bit. We push the compressor, compressing, 3 to 5 dB, and we turn down the output to compensate. Okay, now we can kind of lower this into the mix a little bit. Now we have a second acoustic guitar that's doing the exact same thing, and we can go ahead and we can just now process the second guitar, and then we'll pan one left and right, kind of like what we did here. So we'll put them 50% over to the left and the right, and then we'll have both of them. We'll kind of blend them together. So let's see what the second guitar sounds like. And maybe we want to check a different preset for the second guitar, just so it sounds a little bit different, and then blend them together. Maybe something with a little bit of modulation, maybe a little bit of chorusing. Now you can see the chorusing turns on here, and you can sync it up. You can do quarter notes, 1-to-1, however you want to do that. You can't adjust the amount of modulation like you can on the Pro version, but it's already kind of preset. Here's one with the chorus on it. A little bit of chorus, no compression. We don't need compression on both of them necessarily, so now let's blend them all together with the whole band. That's before. Helps it cut through the mix very, very nicely. Helps it really shape the EQ so we get more top end, less bottom end, and it cuts through the mix, and you just blend them together. It's really that simple. So the ToneSpot Acoustic Express is a great all-in-one acoustic plugin. That is something, again, where you don't have to think about all the controls for the compressor, the EQ, and gates, and all that stuff, and saturation, and all of that. All you want to do is just pick a preset and just roll with it. This is perfect. Once again, if you want something that's has a lot more control to it, you would get the Acoustic Pro version. And again, go watch the video, link in the description box, where everything that you see here, the shaping, the punch, the surgery, the smash, the effects, the finalizer, the character, the saturation, all of this is done for you underneath the hood on the Express version based on the preset that you have chosen. So again, this is a great all-in-one plugin. There are not too many companies that make all-in-one acoustic plugins. Audified's done a really, really good job on this ToneSpot series. They also have the ToneSpot Bass Pro and the ToneSpot Bass Express. Again, links will be in the description box. Go check out my review on those. They're very reasonably priced, and they sound great, and it's just easy to work with. No extra thinking required, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for joining me, for taking a look at the Audified ToneSpot Acoustic Express. Again, for more videos like these, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you go out to homerecordingmadeeasy.com. Make sure you look at the link in the description box so you can go check out the ToneSpot Acoustic Express for yourself and check it out and demo it for free, and go ahead and purchase it. And until the next video, I've been Dave with Home Recording Made Easy and MixingMadeEasy.net, and I will talk to you all very soon. Take care.